Make your choices a whole lot smarter. We've got you covered on Acro Drive. Now enjoy this video.
Kia's second subcompact SUV is here. But did they need another one? Well, Kia certainly thinks so. But it promises an experience that's different from the Sonet.
The back seat is very comfortable. You slide, you recline, and you get a ventilation function. Now that's cool.
But what's even cooler is that 30-inch triple display panel on the dashboard.
There's one for the virtual cluster, one for the infotainment system, and this small screen helps you access the climate controls.
But more on that tech later.
The Syros' turbo petrol engine feels the same as it does in the Sonet. It's peppy, sounds nice, and is good both in the city and highway. The ride is supple too. It's not as bumpy as the Sonet. Clearly, it's been tuned for comfort.
We don't know the prices just yet, but the Syros will slot closer to the Seltos than the Sonet because of all the tech it offers. Will the Syros sway buyers away from the Seltos or the Sonet? Depends on pricing because it has the size of the Sonet and the space of the Seltos, despite being based on a different platform. So why does Kia need another subcompact SUV? Well, the Sonet has been the best-selling model for the brand in 2024, so why not try and increase the sales with another model? But Kia says this one is built for buyers who prefer more space and features. Then let's start with the interior.
Syros' back seat is quite a comfortable place to be. No other car in the segment gives you the option of sliding and reclining the rear seat, let alone this. Yes, you get seat ventilation for the rear seats. That's present in cars from a few segments above. Clearly, Kia is trying to make the Syros as comfortable a proposition as possible.
And the comfort story doesn't end there.
Even the front seats are quite comfortable too. Like the back seats, there's loads of space here. There are lots of premium material used here, not like the other Kia models don't. And the design of the dashboard is quite unique too. The AC vents are in one single line with the physical controls above and below it.
The Syros gets a triple screen layout measuring 30 inches. But I'm not diving deep into the tech it has to offer. To know more about that, head to the AccoByte YouTube channel to watch our tech check on the screens and all the other features in the Syros.
What I am going to talk about is the steering wheel. It's unlike any we've seen in a mass market Kia. In fact, it's the same as the EV9. A two-spoke wheel with a lot of physical controls that feels nice to touch. What I also like is this gear shifter. It feels unique and nice in the hand.
The ergonomics for the Syros are quite on point. Nothing is really too far out of reach. Like I said, the seats are comfy, but the steering only has tilt adjustability, but not for reach. Yes, cars in this segment don't get it, but it would have been nice to have it. Would have made the ergonomics better. The Syros looks unique too, unlike any other subcompact SUV. The Syros is based on the reinforced K1 platform, which is shared with the Hyundai Inster EV. So, could this mean the Syros will get an electric version? Most likely. And that is also evident in how it looks.
There's a bit of Kia EV3 in the face, especially with this hood line. And although these LED headlamps with Kia's star map design do look good, they have a problem. There are two in the corners, and in a country like ours, they're prone to breaking sooner than other cars.
What's also interesting is how this B pillar is designed. Does it remind you of a certain car from a few years ago? The Syros is quite a boxy car, and that's been done to have a spacious cabin. And like the problem with the headlamps, the lower tail lamps too are placed in the corners, susceptible to breakage.
Right now, there are no dual tone colors available with the Syros. You only have 8 monotone colors, with this new frost blue debuting with the Syros. Looks really cool though, no pun intended.
So unlike the Sonnet, the Syros only gets two engine options, a 1-litre turbo petrol and a 1.5-litre diesel. We test both.
The turbo petrol engine in the Syros is the same that's there in the Sonnet, and unsurprisingly, it behaves the same too. It has enough power for the city and the highway, and it sounds good too. The dual clutch automatic is a great gearbox as well, but the paddle shifters are the only way to control it manually. It behaves differently in each driving mode, and the shifts become progressively quicker, but it's not as noticeable unless you're only concentrating on how it shifts.
And now the diesel.
Even the diesel is the same as the Sonnet. Power delivery is linear, and the diesel torque is confidence inspiring while overtaking. Again, the 3 drive modes don't really make a difference in how this 6-speed torque converter automatic shifts. It's really hard to hold a gear because it just shifts up automatically as soon as you reach near the limiter.
So which one do you prefer? Let us know in the comments.
What differentiates the Syros from the Sonnet is how it rides. Yes, it's not as sporty as the Sonnet, and it's not supposed to be either, but it holds its ground well. The ride is supple because it's tuned more for comfort. But it's not bouncy, and there is body roll because of that softer suspension setup compared to the Sonnet.
Kia gives you a lot of safety features as standard like 6 airbags, stability control, anti-lock brakes, the usual stuff. No global NCAP or Bharat NCAP scores just yet though. It also gets a more advanced ADAS suite compared to the Sonnet, almost the same as the Seltos. But we have more on that in our tech check on the AccoByte YouTube channel. Prices for the Syros will be out on February 1st, and we expect it to be priced between 9 to 16 lakh rupees, sitting right in between the Sonnet and the Seltos. There are 6 trims on the Syros, starting from the HTK going up to the HTX Plus optional. So at the moment there's no GT line or X line, but it could happen in the future perhaps. The Syros finds itself in a very unique position. Other brands have tried multiple products in the same segment, but that brand is Maruti Suzuki. But it worked out for them, but will it work for Kia? We'll have an answer once it's launched, and you know what? There's no denying Kia has made something different and made it work.
Everything car and everything bike. We got you. Here on Acco Drive, our expertise for your ease.